Hey everybody! So in this video I'm going to be softly speaking with you and tapping, scratching, doing public ASMR through the Switzerland airport in Geneva. I'm going to be focusing on all, as you can see, the Switzerland kind of tourist shop things that you can purchase that are all about Switzerland. So I'm starting with these keychains. You'll see a theme come up of all the things that kind of are representing Switzerland. So there are bells around, like sheep's necks and maybe other animals, cows and things like that, on the hills of Switzerland. And I believe it's so the owners know where they are, and they can hear them, find them, because they're really large spaces to live in and move around in. So you hear those bells, so that's why you see some bells. These are like the Swiss Army knives. They're probably not really Swiss Army knives, but it's that idea. You'll see some real Swiss Army knives eventually here. All the things that Switzerland is known for. So currently I'm in the airport, just on heading from Geneva to Poland actually, and then from Poland to Egypt. And so I had some time before getting on my flight and wanted to film for you here, because I've never gotten to film in the Switzerland airport for you, the Geneva airport. I actually have been to Switzerland twice, both times for about 2 weeks. So just visiting. One of my best friends is Swiss. I met her in the US, she was studying, and then when she moved back to Switzerland I got to go and visit her and her fiance at the time, and then later I went for their wedding. And so I can share bits and pieces of my experience there, although it's limited. This is the flag of Switzerland. You'll see it on everything. The red with the white kind of cross there. It's funny because to me I keep thinking it's like first aid stuff. These are the bells that they put on the cows' necks, I believe. And you hear them all over the hills. These are the little, they just did different designs on different kinds of bells. I like this white one. Lots of different kinds. So these are all keychains with the little bell. This is a big one. Lots and lots, of course. Switzerland is known for delicious chocolates as well. So lots of boxes of chocolate that you can bring home as a gift for friends and family after visiting Switzerland. Swiss Dream. 3 different nuts in those. Here are the cows. It says Switzerland, funny cow. Several different kinds of snow globes. Little dogs. And then you've got the mugs, and these are shot glasses, different sizes and different designs. I think a lot of people collect shot glasses from different countries or mugs from different countries. But my brain just keeps thinking first aid, like I think it feels medical to me. Because that's what that's like very similar to what our first aid kits look like in the US. More flavours. Dark fondant. Espresso. I usually get questions in the comment sections of public ASMR videos like this, like asking, isn't it uncomfortable to film in public, or how are you able to do that, and stuff like that. I've been doing it for so many years now that I just don't care at all if people are watching me. I just gotta go for it and realise, maybe they know what I'm doing, they probably don't. It's normally just, people shopping where I'm shopping and just kind of like, because like I have a camera, and it's my phone camera. I'm not like bringing in a video camera or something. It's quite non-invasive. And yeah, mostly people, they might look, but people don't really want to stare, so they just, look for a moment. So I just kind of, in the beginning, I remember feeling anxiety when I filmed in public, probably for the first year. I felt that way, just like nervous of being asked not to film, or nervous of someone that worked there asking me what I'm doing, or but yeah, after a while it just like, I love doing public ASMR. Like I personally love watching public ASMR videos with tapping and scratching. I love seeing different things in shops, and I feel like it's so fun for you guys to get to see different countries, like just even in the airports, and seeing like all the things that represent the different countries here. You're learning a bit about different countries, so I could think my mind just thinks about that, like how excited I am to have the video for you guys, that I don't even really think about it much anymore. And yeah, I tend to film in places where like they're larger spaces and I don't have to worry about someone asking me to stop filming, especially, I'm in an airport at a tourist, like with tourist items, they might think I'm taking a video for, I don't know, people in my life. The tapping is the oddity for me. They're like, what's the deal over there? Little train. And I've just been having fun, like when I've done travels, I try my best to film in all the airports if I can. I love international airports, so I go into the like duty-free shops and tap and scratch on all the different items they have. That's kind of like the Swiss Army knife idea, but in like the clip. There's one. If you don't know what a Swiss Army knife is, it's like one of those knives that pops open and it has multiple functions. Not just the knife, it's got lots of different things that you can use, like scissors or a screwdriver, or I don't know, lots of little gadgets that are in one tool basically. I do keep wondering when the day will come and when someone sees what I'm doing and knows that it's public ASMR and is, asks about it. Are you filming ASMR? That would be really kind of fun if someone know why I was tapping on things. Up to this point, in most cases, I think people are just like, that's weird. You're weird. But it will be interesting if one day someone that watches ASMR public videos, or just anyone that watches ASMR and it's like tapping, they might get it, even if they've not watched too many public ASMR videos. Lots of different chocolates. So this is a brand that was everywhere. Aveline's, I guess. Recently I did like a tap through like this in the Saudi Arabia airport, in the Egypt airport. I did a video in the Poland airport, but that was actually a book tapping and scratching video because there was a bookstore with no music, and I was just super pumped about that because it's really hard to find bookstores without music playing. And I try all the time, so to have found one in an airport was really exciting because I love the sound of book tapping. I love seeing all the covers of the books, etc. I might have one in the Germany airport. I'm not entirely sure of that one. I should make like a playlist or something. They've got lots of little notebooks, everything Switzerland on them. Switzerland is extremely lush, just lots of beautiful trees, greenery. It's just very beautiful in terms of nature. It sometimes confuses my brain when I go from the Middle East, especially here in Egypt in the desert, to a very green, tree-filled part of Europe. It's just like, how are these existing at the same time? It's just unbelievable. It's so different. And I like both for different reasons. These are some kids things for the plane, if you want to grab them on your way into a plane. Lots of little magnet souvenirs. More snow globe-ish. But this one's a magnet and a snow globe. These are cute little cuckoo clocks, I think that's what they're called. Oh, I love the sound of those. Little buses. The little charms hanging off the magnet. And like this, you can see like where different kind of well-known places in Switzerland are located, and there's like a symbol of each thing. It's kind of nice to be able to put the places you know in the right spots of the country, kind of visually. Oh, you know what I loved when I was in Switzerland was fondue. I had like a cheese fondue meal at my friend's home, and it was unreal. The cheese they used was unbelievable. I'm forgetting right now, there's an alcohol that goes into the cheese fondue. Often, of course, the alcohol burns off when it's heated up, but the flavour is still there. And you dip just delicious, freshly made bread squares into the fondue. If you don't know what fondue is, it's a special meal in Switzerland where you're seated as a group around this pot of, it could be different things, in this case a cheese that's melted in a pot, and you take little skewers and you stick the skewer into your piece of bread and then like dip it in the cheese and eat that, and you all do it as a group. There's also chocolate fondue, where the pot in the middle of everyone has different kinds of chocolates, and then you have things to dip in the chocolates, such as fruits, like biscuits or cookies, cake. This is what the fondue, like you can purchase a little container like this, that's the chocolate fondue, and you put it in the pot, and then you put, it's like there's like a burner underneath the little pot, and it heats up the chocolate or the cheese, and yeah, you dip away. Chocolate fondue is really fun because of all the things you can dip in, like, you know, you have like a bunch of strawberries you can dip into the chocolate and you eat it, and then you dip into like you grab a brownie with your skewer and dip that into the chocolate, some kind of cookie, cracker, biscuit, like I said, other fruits that go well with chocolate, marshmallows sometimes. So it's really fun. This is a cute little box of chocolate. It's got these like airplane wings, and when you open you can see the people inside, and it's the chocolate bits. I think a child would really love that. I also would really love that. Little penguin. So if you're getting a souvenir for a child, it could be fun, something like this, although it's not some super Switzerland focused. But yeah, these are very Switzerland focused. They've got the little cowbell chocolates. The hills of Switzerland are truly gorgeous. Just magical. Beautiful grass, beautiful scenery. Just feels like the hills go on and on. You see cows with the bells. It's like, is this real? I know my favourite experience in Switzerland was going to my friend's wedding, because it was the way that they do weddings in Switzerland is so incredibly different from the way we do them in the US and from any other place I've ever attended a wedding. And I actually have gone to weddings in lots of different countries. So the thing that stood out, a few things, is that number one, typically the person who plans the wedding is not the bride and groom. It's usually friends of the bride and groom that plan it for them. So you might be asked by a friend to plan their wedding and vice versa. So she got to really chill and rest, and her wedding was planned for her. Like all the details were put together, like essentially like a wedding planner to a certain degree, but you don't pay for it, it's your friends doing it. So of course they ask you what you want, what you like, everything, but they do all the planning, the location, they set everything up, it's just kind of amazing. And so my friend was really relaxed, and it was really a party being thrown for her and her husband, and she was in charge. She just got to enjoy. There's no pressure that she's the one in charge, they are in charge, etc. So I was taken aback by that. I thought, well, wouldn't people want to plan their own weddings though too? And it's like, well, you get your say, you say what you want in general, but someone else does it. Someone else makes it happen, and it's your friend. It's not a wedding planner or something, and it doesn't cost anything, and you do it for your friends. My friend had done it for another friend not too long ago, and it's more possible to do it with less kind of personal things going wrong when it's not your wedding. The second thing that really stood out to me was that during most receptions in Switzerland, there's this time of sharing sort of talents, gifts through action with the bride and groom. It's a very long reception where there's delicious food and games, and it's felt very personal to the bride and groom because each person that wanted to gift them something, although physical gifts were given also, there's a time where you could do whatever talent or gifting you have as a person artistically, or in any way. Like if you want to cook something for them, like an amazing cake that's for their wedding, for their honeymoon, some people came up and played instruments that just like they were amazing at it, and they did it as a performance for them. The bride and groom kind of sat in the middle of the room and got to enjoy essentially some kind of like a talent show, friends and family, but like true talents that really were meaningful. And everyone kind of shared their story of the couple and their love for the couple through these gifts of talents, and I was just blown away. I was blown away. It was so special. In fact, I got to dance for my friend and her now husband. So of course the dance was surrounding their story, told a bit of a story, so I probably shared a bit before dancing. And yeah, it was a while ago, but it was so special. And anyhow, I just thought that kind of blew me away. It was also kind of fun because from the ceremony to the reception, all the guests drove together in like this caravan up these incredible hills of Switzerland, and you're curving around and following each other. It feels like kind of camaraderie in the experience. I also remember that after the ceremony there were like lots of different snacks and foods and really fun things to eat and drink just outside the venue. So yeah, we do that in the US sometimes too, where after the ceremony there's like a time of maybe appetizers, or like, because there can sometimes be a long waiting period between a ceremony and a reception, and guests get hungry and kind of bored and all that, and so they just made it like a whole day experience, and that's just kind of how they do it in Switzerland. So I loved that. I really appreciated it, and yeah, I thought it was quite beautiful. My friend in the morning, I kept asking, like, what can I do to help? I was there maybe 10 days before her wedding and just with her through the process. And it was like, oh, you want to come with me to my hair appointment? And I was like, okay, sure. Like, you don't need anything. Like, she didn't need to do anything. We just hung out. Just had never experienced that before. With other friends who've gotten married, like, usually there's quite a bit of stress and a lot of little details to work on up until the very last minute. So, pretty refreshing experience. If you have a best friend in the US, maybe you can do that for each other. Agree to plan each other's wedding, or execute maybe, plan and execute, but with the ideas of the bride and groom, of course. So we've reached the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. See you soon. Bye for now. Hey you guys. So in this video
I'm just going to be doing a little tour, tap through of a souvenir shop in the Bahrain airport, international airport. I love doing videos like this in different souvenir shops in international airports because I feel like you get to learn a little bit more about some different countries. I should say we, because this was my first time being in Bahrain. Now, I was only in the airport, so it was a layover, but it's fun to learn together, like just see, like you can see some of the sights, what is like the famous sights of these particular places. You kind of get an idea of those things in souvenir shops because they highlight all of the, I guess you could say, most well-known parts of the country. So Bahrain is actually a kingdom. The kingdom of Bahrain. Isn't that lovely? I like that. I will tell you just my experience from the airline as well as the airport. They were just it was really lovely, really clean, really modern. It felt like similar to Dubai vibes. So Bahrain is in the Middle East, and I stopped in between my trip from Cairo to India. Gifts from Bahrain. This shop was so beautiful. Look at all the lovely clothing they had. And these were really expensive pieces, I believe. And this is a voiceover, by the way. You've probably realised. There's a no talking version of this video out already, and I'll link it below, but I wanted to get the talking version out for you guys. This one was a really nice piece, I don't know, quite interesting, so expensive. I think I could not purchase nearly anything even in the airport in Bahrain because the prices were really high, meaning like the currency in Bahrain seems to be stronger than the dollar, so it's like seems to be thriving economy, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know much, so I've not been into Bahrain, but from the looks of things, anyone watching from Bahrain, I would be so curious to know. Really soft and smooth. Just I love Middle Eastern styles of clothing. The colours, the intricate designs like you can see here. I did end up purchasing one thing in 12 hours of being in this airport, I was in a 6-hour layover on the way there and a 6-hour layover on the way back. And I didn't get food or anything because it's just outrageous. Like, you guys, I kid you not, it was like $50 for like a basic meal at like a fast food place in the airport. It was insane. So, but I did do something a bit outrageous, and I have to say it still was worth it to me in the end. I got an ice cream. I got a cookies and cream ice cream, and it was some of the best cookies and cream I've had ever. And it was worth it. It was like $4.50 or something for my ice cream, which I guess, you know, if you go to like Cold Stone or things like that in the US, you can pay that much. But for me, that's a lot for ice cream. I like going and getting like half gallons for $2.50 and eating those for a week. So that felt like a really big expense for me. Look at this, it's so fun. The sleeves, just unique, vibrant. But I didn't regret it for 1 second because it was so delicious. I like the way this dress is put together. See the like ruching cut on the arms and the back. I was really pleasantly surprised because the people that worked in this souvenir shop didn't mind me walking around and filming. Okay, again, this is such a cool dress. I really like that dress. Yeah, I was kind of showing the clothes, walking around. They saw that I was filming. They didn't seem to be bothered. I tend to not get bothered too much when filming public ASMR videos. However, in airports, sometimes it's a thing, so I'm usually just kind of like filming on the down, not just with my camera, but I've been maybe twice in airports had been said like, oh, you can't film in this shop, you know. They're always really easy and kind about it, but I was really happy that they saw me filming. They didn't care at all. They've got these cute little like pins. I think they're pins. I don't know, are they magnets or pins? Maybe they're magnets, I don't really know. It basically says happy birthday. It's not a direct translation, it doesn't literally say happy and then birthday, but that's what you say to someone for their birthday. And this is the alphabet in Arabic. And looks like these are for kids, you know, to learn the Arabic alphabet. Felt like a really random cookbook there in the middle of these items, but there's some notebooks. I love the architecture in the Middle East. It's one of my favourite things about the Middle East. I love the architecture. don't know really what those were for, but you could tie them onto things. And okay, so this is a really fun section. These are 3D, not 3D, what's the word? Yeah, 3D printer. Like a 3D printer printed these purses. I'll show you the little sign for them later, but you can kind of feel the, plastic. As I was first looking at them, I thought they sound good and they're fun to look at, but yeah, they kind of feel like they're 3D printed, and it turns out they were. Yeah, they're really fun for ASMR. When I say they sound good and look good, I really am talking about for ASMR. I guess that's how I see things sometimes. I don't really like this style in and of itself as a purse, and I feel like it'd be quite uncomfortable since it's plastic like that, but it's still kind of fun to look at. This one reminds me of what's it called that you water flowers with? A watering can. Looks like something out of the 70s. The bottom of these sounds amazing. So here's the little sign, touchless. And then that's kind of when I realized, wait a minute, it's 3D printed. Then they also had these, purses, clutches and things that are obviously not 3D printed. Love the sounds of purses. A lot of my favourite ASMR videos are like purse tapping videos. So that's kind of what the section looked like, and then there's more to come over here. I'll get into the little souvenir trinkets momentarily, but I started there, then got distracted with the clothing, the purses, and then kind of went back to the kind of more standard souvenir items. But some purses here, totes I guess you could say. I like the design of this tray. I think it's maybe like a jewellery tray. lots of little wallet options. These tiny ones that you could just put cards in. You know, the little wallet card holder that I have. I've had it for years now, and I stick it in my purse whenever I go somewhere, on my backpack if I'm taking my backpack. And it's interesting, but it was actually purchased by one of you as a custom video request. There was, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, I got a custom video request, and the person sent me a link to items on Amazon that they wanted me to purchase and tap on, and sent the money for them as well so that I could purchase them. They come to my home, and then but that person wouldn't know my address. So there were 2 items, and one of them was one of those little wallets, and the person said, yeah, just keep the things afterwards and enjoy them. And I was like, okay, sounds great. And that was one of the items, and I've used it for years as my credit card holder, and I just stick, if I ever have cash, I'll stick it in there. But it's got like my license. So look at this. That's so cute. Is that like a wine holder? I don't know. It's like a little Bahrainian dress. Anyway, there's necklaces. We're back to the little souvenirs. Lots of different kinds of necklaces. See, like that, like, I don't know really much about Bahrain at all, so just like seeing the skyline there, and like what is kind of famous there, or what are the places people like to go when they visit Bahrain. It apparently has a beautiful skyline. I didn't know that, you know, so I kind of like learning those things. Got some of this is what men wear on their heads there, different parts of the Middle East, and then some regular hats. These were just epically cute to me. Look, the little magnets. Little camel. I actually have nearly this exact lamp, but it's smaller, from Egypt. But the prices were outrageous here. Camel, the peacock, elephants. Love it. The beautiful designs, colours. Little camel with a palm tree. So again, I have this same lamp, but the purple one, but in this case bigger than that one. You just saw the smallest and the biggest, and mine's in the middle. Look at the beautiful designs, but look at the price. It's really cute. Camels are so fascinating in person. The way that they bend down to like sit down. If you've ever seen it, it's like their knees isn't that pretty inside the turtle? Their knees bend in like 2 different places. Each of their 4 knees bends in like 2 places, I think. Or maybe just 2 of the 4 bend in 2 places. Anyway, it's fascinating. I feel like, I don't know if I got that right. I need to look that up. But it's like when you watch it, you're like, wait, bending that way, bending this way, and down. But it's been a little while since I've watched, so I feel like I don't want to, don't take my word on that. But I'm pretty sure something weird like that happens. I got to sit on a camel a few times in my life. And they're just fascinating creatures to me. Expensive. Souvenir shops are always quite expensive. It's better to get things in the country that you're visiting. I wouldn't suggest buying things in the airport like this. You're going to pay like double, triple, quadruple of what you'd pay if you're purchasing it at like a little shop in the country that you're visiting. I've done it before though. There's been a few times where I found something in an airport that I hadn't found outside and I went for it. That happened, I remember, in Morocco. I found these yellow Moroccan shoes that, I don't know, it was years and years ago, but I couldn't resist them and I purchased them from the airport. But I never usually ever purchase things from airports. Except for $4 ice cream cones and Moroccan shoes. Oh boy, I guess I'm getting tired, so when I get tired I start laughing. So I guess that's happening. I've got some snow globes here. If you haven't got on to it, I have a cold. I had a flu this week, and that's why I haven't gotten as many videos out to you as I usually do. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy, but that's okay. I'm getting better. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the trinkets, all the souvenirs. Okay, thank you guys for everything. See you in the next video. Bye for now.
Souvenir shops. There are lots of different things that you could get. I got a few gifts for friends in the gift shops. There are many things for sale outside the Eiffel Tower, kind of on the ground outside of it, but you probably get a bit better quality inside. But they do have some good deals outside. Little like Eiffel Tower keychains and things. So this is the outside of one of the shops that was actually open, and I'm going to go in and do a whole tap through of the shop. It had some really great, like, you'll see keychains and journals, tons and things. It's kind of cool. So this is the window into the shop, and I'm going to go and take you in. It was quite cold, so I've got my mittens on, my gloves. lots of options, and these were actually like really pretty cards and postcards. But I'm guessing they are very expensive. I didn't look at the price because I was interested in them, but I'm guessing. So, yeah, quite pricey. So this is the inside of the shop. I'm just gonna tap and scratch on everything that I can in here. It's a tiny shop, but there's like a lot going on. So these Eiffel Tower keychains are much better quality, they'll last. If you get the ones downstairs, then the quality they'll break quite quickly. But you know, if you just want a little something to give to friends, they can just have something on the keychain, then no problem, you can get the ones outside. But if you want it to last for a long time, I'd grab it in one of the shops. More little keychains. You can see like little charms on each one. The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, and there was something else on there. I just put out a video, maybe the one right before this, that shows the Arc de Triomphe and a bunch of other beautiful buildings, and I tapped and scratched on it also. Necklaces. These felt a bit flimsy, to be honest, those necklaces. Maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, and these are some cufflinks that they had. They seem to be quite nice. A bit pricey, but they are like very, very nice. A few little buttons. This is funny, I'm doing like the talking version voiceover from Egypt, and I'm hearing like all the outside sounds of Egypt as I'm doing this voiceover, but I'm also hearing like all the sounds of France and all the people speaking in France like in the video, and my brain is confused as to where I am. Do you hear the little honking sounds in the background? I'm going to leave a few in because yeah, I am in Egypt at my apartment doing the voiceover, and we've got all the honking in it. Then some lighters that had the like a blue, black and red Paris on them. They felt really nice though, they sounded really good. Some scarves, bandanas. This one's I don't know, I kind of thought that was nice, that light blue one. Some bags. They had like a sale on like items from a certain company, I guess. They were selling like multiple things within this shop. A light up Eiffel Tower. I've never seen the Eiffel Tower at night time. Both times I've gone it was during the day. The last time that I went was 4 months ago when I visited my friends to help when their baby arrived. So we didn't do too much outside of like making sure the baby was good, cleaning, cooking, watching the kids. So we did get to go to the Eiffel Tower one day, and we had lunch, a little sandwich in front of it, because I arrived kind of early before my friend gave birth, because I wanted to, you know, be there when she did give birth to watch her. She necklace, lots of like sweatshirts and a few hoodies, things like that. I think those bottle openers, the little mugs, thought that one was quite pretty. I think this is a journal. Lots of snow globes. Do any of you guys actually collect snow globes from different places? And this probably seems obvious but to everyone, maybe I'm the only one that's just realising this, but as I was doing the walk through Disneyland and now here, I'm just thinking like, why are there snow globes everywhere? What's the deal with the snow globes? I'm guessing they're collector's items and people have like large collections of them from every place they've gone to. Is that what's going on there? I just loved the sound of this little jar. They had a bunch of little patches having to do with Paris and the Eiffel Tower. One of my friends, the whole trip was like wearing one of his favourite shirts, and his shirt has like a hole on the back, and it's not like a little hole, it's like the funniest hole you could think of. It's like a giant hole. It's like he's wearing, it's like a button-up shirt. The very back, like the flap that kind of hangs over your bum, like there's like a big hole that's like kind of right above his back, like right where like his lower back is. And just this giant like big circle, and a perfect circle just cut out almost. But I guess I don't know, ripped or something, but it's ripped, but it's just a circle cut out. All my friends were laughing at him and telling him he needed to change his shirt. But I don't know, I fell on the other end. I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, don't you dare take that off, that's hilarious. Keep that shirt on, it shows character. Why did I think of that? Oh, because of the patches, that's right. Like, how did I get to that story? They've just got all sorts of fun stuff in here. Magnets, and I think this chocolate, maybe. I just heard a honk out. I thought, I'm going to leave it in this time. I think it's funny to hear the Egypt sounds and France. Okay, keychains. I don't know why, but I love the sound of just rummaging through my hands through keychains. And there's lots of them, so I'll spend a little time on them. Okay, what's the deal with the ladybugs? Everything else on the keychains made sense, but I was asking my friend, like, why are there ladybugs all over it? And the only thing I could think of was when we were on our way to the Eiffel Tower walking, my friend saw a ladybug on the ground. She picked it up, and so I'm just assuming maybe there are ladybugs all around this area. Is that what's happening there, or is there some other correlation between the ladybug and the Eiffel Tower, or the ladybug in Paris? They had many options of keychains. It's like a baguette that's a magnet. Lots of pins. Little souvenirs you can grab for people in your life if they love France. Poncho for when it rains. Smart. Umbrellas. They did have a t-shirt or a hoodie here and there. This poodle and a dumbbell and a bone, I think. I noticed more than one of these like different kind of Paris perfume bottles. These are just some more of the cards and postcards that are in front of the store. I'm guessing these are for bikes. Little like license plates, but like saying things about Paris, and then small for I think bicycles. This was the little snack shop outside of the souvenir shop on the second floor, like on the inner part. This is where I wanted to get the like chewy, big like pretzel bagel thing. Bagel? Did I just say bagel? Sorry. Pretzel. I think I said bagel because it's like the consistency of those like, do you know what I'm talking about? Those like thick pretzels that are like more like a bagel. They're more like a roll. It's so doughy and chewy, delicious. Really expensive French chocolates up here that you can get. This guy is supposed to look like he's made of chocolate. Maybe he really is. If it's, I don't know. It's a little, I don't know, taken care of, made to be into some kind of permanent chocolate statue. Just so many cool things up here. All the snacks that you can get when you're there. It's nice that they have a little snack bar. I think there was another place you could get snacks. Maybe a floor before. I feel like there might have been when we were going down the elevator, we stopped at a point that we did not stop at when we were going up. And some guy came in and said, if you want like souvenirs or to eat or things, you can get off here. So I didn't get off, so I don't know what it was all about, but they did, I think, have snacks on that spot too. So here we go, just looking up again at the second floor. And then down. I decided to take you down the elevator also. I know that the people are being loud. But everyone I think was excited coming down. It was a really nice, smooth ride. So I'm officially down, back on the ground now, and gonna walk out. But they had a really pretty area that you can walk out of, so I'll show that to you. Just some like green grass, flowers, a few benches. You could like sit and stay for a little while if you wanted to. But I was getting going because my friends were waiting for me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you've made it to the end, why don't you put a ladybug in emoji in the comment section below, and we will know we made it to the end together. Thank you guys. Bye for now. Hey you guys, in this video I am going to be doing some organising, tapping and scratching through some of the duty-free shops in the Saudi Arabia airport. And I'm super excited because I just think it's awesome to be in Saudi Arabia, and just to have gotten to see, I'm not there now, this is a voiceover, this is the talking version of the video, but I try to do talking versions for you guys of walkthroughs and such, so I'm just going to tell you about my experience in there because I was just really super excited to be there, even though it was just a layover in the airport. I was there in like the AM hours. I had like a 6-hour layover, and got to be there in like a pretty quiet time. It's like no one was in these shops and there was no music playing, so I got to do lots of videos for you guys when I was traveling. I didn't know that that would be possible. I wasn't sure, but I was hoping, so I was super excited to get to. You guys have been asking for organising videos, so I got to do a few for you lately. This video will be like a combination. We'll start off with organising some of the makeup stuff, and then I'll do some tapping and scratching on some of the different items in the duty-free shops in the airport. Quite a few of you have asked what a duty-free shop is, and when you're in a space that's considered like an international space where there's no clear like taxes, you get tax-free. You can purchase things tax-free. So airports are considered like, I guess, that international zone. So basically you can get like better deals on things since you're not paying for taxes, and you can get things in bulk. They have lots of like candies and snacks and chocolates, and as you can see, like perfumes here. I did a whole perfume video recently that was in the Saudi Arabia airport as well. Black opium. So yeah, that's what a duty-free shop is. They've got lots of different things that you can purchase, and so people do shopping when they are in airports and want to get like good deals on things. I've never done that like on purpose, like, oh, I want to buy something, I'm going to wait until I'm in an airport so that I don't have to pay the taxes, but I mean, it's really smart if you're really thinking ahead and you know what you want. So yeah, if you want to see more of the perfume tapping, I did a whole video just recently. No talking and talking versions. It was actually like, this particular shelf was like, I don't know if you can see, I'm actually holding the camera like up, like these look like they're kind of like falling forward. They're like at a super angle, and I don't quite know why they're that extreme angle, but everything's like, I was kind of afraid to touch too many things, so they were falling off and falling forward. Got some different kinds of, what is this, I don't know, blushes or bronzers, I'm not sure. I have no idea when it comes to this stuff, I really don't. Like, what is this? Is this like a foundation? Is it what powder? I don't know. It's seriously fun to organise things for me, so I'm just having a good old time in there. And it was actually nice because long layovers are not usually very fun, but I was filming most of the time, so I was kind of enjoying like going through and filming for you guys. And I don't know if you can tell the extreme angles that these are on. Scentsy powder. This box sounds so good. Vitamin C. The airport in Saudi Arabia is so nice. Someone asked me recently if I'm still active on Instagram because I've been so fail over there. I haven't posted anything for a long time. I am. I've just been so busy that I haven't gotten to post anything, but I take videos for you guys often, and then I just don't remember to post them, so I'll try to post the ones that I took in this airport for you guys, either on the channel or on Instagram. I have started posting some of the things that I used to post on Instagram on the main channel, because they're like, I don't know, they're super funny. I want you all to see them. Usually like crazy things I see in Egypt videos. Got some nail polish. I helped my family members paint the nails the other day. They were attending a wedding, and so we grabbed some nail polish at like an Ulta, I think it was called. It's at Ulta, and it was so expensive. I should pay like $10 for this little bottle of nail polish, and like they were all that expensive almost. I think the cheapest nail polish I found was like $8.50. Like when I'm at Target, I can find nail polishes for like, I don't know if this is still true, but like a few years ago, $2, you know? The brand that I used to get was called Sinful Colours. It was really good, and like I think it was like $2 per bottle, and it was really good nail polish. But maybe it's a bit more now, because I started using fake nails like 2 years ago. More often. I'm trying to kind of alternate now between my real nails when they're, you know, not all broken, and then alternate between the real and the fake. But I have been buying nail polish lately here and there in order to have my natural nails, so I guess the prices were surprising to me at this shop, at Ulta. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me. I think Target still has some fairly decent prices. Maybe Walmart, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever bought nail polish at Walmart. I have purchased sets of fake nails there, though. They do tend to have fairly good selection at both of those places. Okay, so I brought you into like some more of these duty-free shops. Different items, like some souvenirs, things like that. And for some reason, this section had all this like fortified milk products, like milk powders. I'm not sure what's going on, but I liked the crinkling sounds. So yes, this is the airport here is in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Jeddah. Yeah, and like I was saying, the airport is beautiful here. Really, really beautiful structures, architecturally like. Yeah, really, really kind of big and well decorated and made. I don't know. Okay, so these are marshmallows. So throughout countries where there are many Muslim communities, marshmallows have to be made a bit of a different way. They have to be considered halal, which means there's no pork in them. Muslims are not allowed to eat pork, any pig, and there's usually an ingredient in a marshmallow. Sorry to surprise you if you did not know that. But yeah, these are usually made to be halal and don't have any of that inside the marshmallows throughout the Middle East. Latte. Okay, so this is like the souvenir section in the Jeddah airport. Kind of cool to just see all the things here that kind of represent Saudi Arabia. More dates, which you also saw in the duty-free shop tap through in Egypt. These look like they're covered with chocolate. Choco date. Oh my gosh, I've never tried that. That sounds amazing. Dates are like crazy delicious. I don't think I had an actual like delicious date or like any date whatsoever before being in the Middle East. They're like, it's literally like a chewy, delicious candy, but it's just a dried date. Super delicious. Lots of nuts, mixed nuts. Fruits and nuts. So lots of little gadgets that you can purchase. Did you hear the guy back there asking me, "Miss, can I help you?" I'm like, no, I'm just, tapping on everything in your shop. I thought these were kind of cute. I think these are magnets. I like this door, this like turquoise door. I have not figured out the like exchange rate and currency in Saudi Arabia. I purchased like a piece of pizza actually in the airport. Sabara, the like pizza place, the Italian place that you can find in like airports and food courts. I got a piece of pizza. It was delicious though because they made it fresh. I just asked like, do you guys like have any cheese pizza readily available? And they're like, oh, we don't, we'll make a new one. It was crazy good. I wished I had gotten 2 of them. I think it was equivalent to like $5 US, which, I mean, that's decent for an airport, I guess. It was like 1 slice, but there's huge slices, And yeah, so I didn't figure out. I paid like with a credit card. I didn't have any of the local currency. But the guy who worked there told me like it's equivalent to about this. These are some nice plates. Got some jewellery. They used to fun and like they just sounded really good. I guess that was your keychains. So many people travel to Saudi Arabia to go to Mecca to visit the Kaaba. There's in Islam, which is the name of the religion for people who are Muslims, they have 5 pillars of their faith, and one of them is to do pilgrimage to Mecca. And not everyone is able to do it in their life, but lots of people strive to be able to do that. So you could see in the airport lots of different groups of people that was their purpose for going. You can kind of tell by how they're dressed. And so that was really interesting to see, you know. The camel shop. Saudi Arabia. I would have loved to have actually gone into Saudi Arabia, but it was not the stop I was on this time. I was headed to the US, and this was just my layover. So here's some special places. Coffee maker. These are actually coasters, and they have some nice texture to them. So some different like gifts that you can get, little things that you can grab in the airport. Even though I mentioned that duty-free shops are, you know, things that you can get in bulk for cheaper, most things in the airport are just like extremely expensive, and I don't recommend purchasing things in the airport usually, because you can get them for much cheaper if you're actually travelling into that country. But if you are in a duty-free shop getting things in bulk, then that's when you get a deal. These are cute. I like this little miniature golf bag with some golf balls in it. Some cute little like coin purses. Is there anyone from Saudi Arabia watching this? Oh my gosh, if so, that's, I don't know, why is that so exciting to me? It just really is. Where do you live in Saudi Arabia? What do you love about living in Saudi Arabia? What is your favourite thing about living in Saudi Arabia? Some different pens and such. More little, you know, refrigerator magnets, things like that. I'm also curious if any of you have travelled to Saudi Arabia, maybe a family there, or maybe went to visit for some reason, or specifically if you went to go to the Kaaba, if you went on a pilgrimage to Mecca. I would be so curious to know. Look at this cool little purse. Sorry, not too long, but it was kind of cool. Some coffee mugs. Oh yeah, and if you're from Saudi Arabia, like 47, like what's the name of the currency? It starts with an R. Look at these. Salt and pepper shakers. husband and wife. Cute. I love that. QAWA. Kawa. I guess that might be the word for coffee in Saudi Arabian Arabic. That would be my guess. I don't know. Ahwa is what we say in Egypt. Jeddah. Just like the name Jeddah. There it's written in Arabic here. That says Jeddah. And that's Saudi Arabia. Sweet. This looks like some kind of collage or something. Like a purse. Pouch of sorts. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all these different items. I hope you enjoyed the tap through, some of the organising. There's a bunch of cameras here, little stuffed animals. I want to show you just a moment of kind of how beautiful the airport is in just a second here, and then I'll say goodbye to you guys. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the differences in all, some of the different airports around the world. I think I've done, I don't know, maybe 4 different countries' airports. I can try to keep doing that for you guys, because they're all really different and you get a little bit of sense of the country, you know. This is just a little shop with some cool shoes, but this is what it looks like, just a portion of it. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, you guys, so have a great rest of your day or night, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hey you guys, so I am just going to be tapping through some duty-free shops in a couple different airports. In this video I put out the no talking version of this quite a while back, and I've been meaning to get you talking version, so I hope you enjoyed. Duty-free shops in airports kind of special because they don't have any taxes. They're considered like in an international spot, so sometimes people like to buy things in bulk. And then there's just fun things like all of these snacks and some toys and all sorts of things. So we're actually starting off in the airport in Saudi Arabia. This is where I had a layover on my way to the US from where I live in Egypt. So we're starting off in the duty-free shops here in Saudi Arabia in my layover, and then I'm also going to tap through the shops in Egypt too, but those are coming second. Look at these. They're so cute. Little miniature Tic Tac containers in a giant Tic Tac container. I don't know why, but I just love that. all the airports have this Toblerone chocolate. I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a really delicious, I think a Swiss chocolate. That's so cute. I guess this is a birthday for them. So they've got a special chocolate for that. Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate is all over the world. I don't know if we have that same thing in the US though. I remember when I first lived overseas, it was new to me, the Dairy Milk, not Cadbury, but the Dairy Milk brand. Okay, so lots of these pop characters. Stunt car, more pop characters. This is Harry Potter. And then they've got lots of different Legos. Big Lego sets here. This is cute. I've never seen anything like that. That's a Lego set of a little Vespa 125. Got some race cars. It's kind of an interesting mixture of things that you find in the duty-free shops in airports. These are all really cute little stuffed animals. Little owl. Oh, it's so cute. They're all really soft. Oh, I think it's an otter. Usually they carry the little pebble there on their chest. So soft. By the way, I will link the no talking version of this in the description box for you guys as well. What's this one? Oh, it's a little penguin. That's so cute. Tons of toys. Barbies, games, little planes you can get for like kids that really love airplanes or want to be a pilot or something. Turkish Airlines, I love Turkish Airlines. Lufthansa is actually a really good airline too. They're really good, both of those. Three plus. Yeah, the little ones would love that. Is that a little donut toy or cookie toy or something? It's a donut. A pizza. Is that like a French toast or something? Little banana. And a little, is that just a cloud? They're so cute. never seen Lilo and Stitch, I think is what it's called. So I don't know much about it, but they've got a bunch of stuff for them. They had a really large selection, so I go through the Saudi Arabia airport quite often actually, and they had just redone the airport. They've been in construction in different parts of the airport for years, but this was like a new section. They moved some of their shops from one area to another, so it was really like extensive now. So yeah, usually the kind of expensive items in duty-free shops, like I've taken you through perfume, large bulk candy, sometimes like jewellery or watches or things like that. But apparently it's kids' toys also, because I always see them in the duty-free shops. This section is just way more extensive than I've seen in other airports. Nice set of coloured pencils, it looks like, or something specific for black edition, drawing on black paper. A world tour, that's cool. There's the pyramids. Yeah, the other thing is lots and lots of makeup that you can find in the duty-free shops. Here's the candy, like gifts that you can bring for people if you're traveling, like on a vacation or a trip to Saudi Arabia and you want to bring friends and family a little souvenir. So look at this bulk candy. Ooh, these are so cute. Are these called like plushies? Is that what they're called? Hermione. And they've got a few more of these little stuffed animals. Oh gosh, it's so cute. A little lamb. I can hear myself in the original video also saying, so cute. Dinosaur. Little panda. So, you know, things you can bring home to family members when you've travelled. If you have little ones, you can bring them something from your travelling time, I think is the idea here. Little wings. It's a cute little bear. Little turtle. This is a cute little guy, so cute. Little cow, little bear, a puppy. Oh, I love puppies, so cute. Little lion. Tons of stuffed animals in here. So soft. Okay, so I'm actually now in the Egypt airport. I decided to start the video with the Saudi Arabia shops because I've shown you these shops before in Egypt here and there when I travel, but that was a whole new section over there in Saudi Arabia, so I wanted to start off with that. This is the perfume section. Got a really large perfume section in the Egypt airport. This is in Cairo. It's a really pretty, like, box container. It looks really nice. The Estee Lauder cases. By the way, you guys, if you like, that was totally empty. If you guys like public ASMR, there's a channel I really want to recommend to you. I've been watching her now for probably a little over a month. I'll put a link to her channel below. Her name's Ladesha, and I think it's called Ladesha Does Public ASMR. I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I love her channel. She's hilarious, and she just chats with you as she does public ASMR, which I know some of you love, so yeah, I've been falling asleep to her videos for over a month now, and they've been really great. And she's got like super long fake nails that make some really great sounds, and she does some really great kind of slower camera scratching as she goes along. It's just really nice. These are really pretty also. Lancome. This is like, so these aren't perfumes here, these are, oh, you know what, I think we own a mixture of perfumes and like lotions and face creams and stuff like that, so we're kind of seeing a mix of things. But I love seeing all the different bottle shapes they have. Every single perfume has like different, I don't know, shapes. Some of them are very unique. This one's quite standard, but Libre, I think, is this the brand that Dua Lipa like does ads for? I'm not sure, but it might be. So these are, of course, they're very expensive, but it's they're real, like, really nice perfumes, and they'll last you a very long time. And again, you don't have to pay the taxes, so you save some money that way. I've never really purchased anything from a duty-free shop for that purpose, but I know a lot of people do it in bulk. Like, they actually buy multiples of things, and I think possibly even sell them, resell them, or I don't really know what they're doing, but you see a lot of people carrying around like big bags of multiple products. I've never seen this brand before. There's kind of a cute box. Hello. Ralph Lauren. Oh, Polo and Ralph Lauren are the same thing. Okay, got it. Not the same thing, but maybe Polo is a brand, like a type of cologne from Ralph Lauren. Ralph's Club. There's a lot more dust on the stuff here in Egypt than in the Saudi Arabia airport. I don't know how it happens. We're in an airport, but there's still dust everywhere. That's also really pretty packaging. Alive. I've never seen that either. So, what kind of perfumes do you guys wear? Do any of you wear perfume or cologne? If so, I'm curious what you wear. I've told you guys this before, but I have only had one perfume, like a real one, like these really fancy ones, but my aunt gave it to me as a gift once, and it was because she got it for free also, so I've never actually had these really, you know, expensive perfumes, but it lasted forever, and you just one spray did the trick, you know, and it was really nice. It was good. These are really pretty, the packaging. I like that. These are cute too, they look like little shirts. Actually, a lot of these are new to me. I mean, I do tap-throughs in different airports, but I feel like I haven't seen some of them. This one I've seen before. Also some really cool packaging. Can't even imagine how expensive these are though. I love the packaging there. Okay, and I'm going to show you the candy section here as well. I thought these were really cute little boxes of kind of, it says a variety pack basically. It's got all these different flavors. I think that would be a cute gift for someone. Cornflakes, peppermint, marzipan, strawberry yogurt. I don't think I've ever tried Ritter, this brand before, but I always see it in the airports. Ritter Sport or something. Ritter's Sport. Dark chocolate, strawberry yogurt, marzipan, cornflakes, peppermint. So many options. Okay then, Ritter Sport. Choco cubes. A fruity yogurt mix. Oh, that sounds good. Ooh. Butter biscuit. That one has butter biscuit. This packaging feels really nice. It's like all paper, it's not plastic. Lindor chocolate is a very well-known chocolate. Fancy one. I always see these in Costco. Costco also has like lots of bulk candy and chocolates. And I always see this brand at Costco. I truly can't think of a time when I've ever actually tried this though. I don't think I've ever had a Lindor chocolate. Have you guys? And then this one also, they always have this at Costco also. But I've also never tried that brand that I can like think of. So fancy. I have tried these. I don't love them. I know they're super fancy and everyone loves these. I don't really like them very much. I think because I don't like nuts in my candy or chocolate or dessert, and there's like a large hazelnut in the middle. Actually, I remember one time I had this giant Ferrero Rocher. I don't know how to say it, but it was like a huge one, just like one bowl of candy. And it was, I think, a gift to another family member that had it at their home, maybe during Christmas or something. I asked if I could film with it. And yeah, I remember filming with that, opening it up. It's just like a giant chocolate. I don't know this brand, Harris. The package sounds really nice. It's like a really thin plastic. Oh, it's Italian. I'm not familiar with this brand. This is like a little souvenir from Egypt. Some little, just some chocolates inside, nothing expensive really, but they do charge a bit more because it's the airport. $20 for this. Packaging sounds really good though. I like the sound of this company's packaging. Harrison, yeah, I don't recognize that. Again, some more souvenirs that you can bring if you've visited Egypt and want to kind of share your experience with friends or family. Bring them a souvenir. That's my favourite spot in Egypt, the one on the right. They actually have it there in dollars. More Lindor chocolate. No, that's the Lind one. Oh, Lindor and Lind, they seem to be an overlap, maybe. Maybe they're the same company? I feel like I just saw something that said Lindor and Lind on it. Is that possible? Anyway, who knows? Just tons of different chocolates. This is a Swiss company though. Swiss chocolate is really, really, really good. Toblerone, I've definitely had that one before and it's delicious. I love the sound of airports, just hearing the announcements. It's like I like the feeling it brings. Specifically international airports. I don't really care for like domestic airports in the same way, but I have like a great affinity towards international airports. I mean, if you do visit Egypt, I would definitely suggest purchasing any souvenirs outside of the airport because they're going to be more expensive here. But if you happen to forget and think of someone you wanted to get something for, there's some options in here. They look like little books, these little chocolates. Taste of Egypt. This is a beautiful packaging, so pretty. The camel, they're like sunset in the desert. It's gorgeous. It's in different flavors of chocolate. And then you can just get a full chocolate camel as well. Kind of like the Easter bunnies that we get. That's just like a giant Easter bunny. It's like chocolate but hollow. I think that's probably the same thing, but it's a camel. That's kind of hilarious. I don't really think we have any special chocolate here in Egypt, so I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe there's some. We're not necessarily known for chocolate though. This is like a wood box, a really pretty one. It's got some camels on it. That's like a really kind of fancy gift for someone. Most of the delicious chocolate here in Egypt is imported, so I don't know what they've got in there. Oh, that's camel milk. Fascinating. It's camel milk that they make the chocolate from. And this company is all throughout Egypt, Abu Auf. They've got lots of like nuts and dried fruits and coffees and things. So they have some travel packets, dates, yeah. And then these are some Egyptian sweets that are boxed up as well. And then they have like a section with some like kind of, I guess, home decor items that you could get to kind of decorate your home and remember your time in Egypt. They just have a little small section here of these items. That's a big one. That'd be intense to travel with. This camera just sliding down. So yeah, there's lots of items that you can bring back as memories or gifts. But again, if you remember and have time, I highly recommend purchasing these outside of the airport. But you're gonna pay like double or triple if you purchase these kinds of things in the airport. game of chess. That's really pretty. Some lanterns. These are just like brass or something. Here is like the toy section. We're not going to go through this as extensively as we did in Saudi Arabia, since we already did that, but they've got some toys for kids, a few stuffed animals, a little camel with some chocolates, things that you can bring back for little ones. And then they've got their makeup sections as well here. This is a kind of cute section. It's like beauty section, really focused on like travel, I guess. Travel sizes. It's a cute display. These would make good gifts for like teenagers or, you know, women that love that kind of thing, younger women. And then they have a whole section here too for perfume, but we're not going to go through that too extensively since we did that on the kind of other side of the Egypt airport. But here they've got a kind of like a newer section, but there's lots of people like standing around watching in this section, so you tend to get interrupted a lot. People come over to ask you if you need help and stuff, so I'm just going to show you guys briefly before someone walks up to me. But they do have quite an extensive section over here too, I think because it's like a newer section. There are more people hired to kind of stand around and make sure that no one steals stuff. Bottle. That's Versace. You can see it goes on for quite a ways, but I remember someone coming up to me quite soon, and then I just wouldn't have been able to keep filming because they like kind of stand there right behind you while you shop. It's really awkward, so okay, so we're just going to end with a little bit of this kind of cute new chocolate brand that's unique to Egypt. Look at all the cute like pictures they've got on each of the different kinds of chocolates. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this video was kind of fun to watch and see all the different things you can find in the airports here in the Middle East at least. I have lots of different airport tap-throughs if you like this. I've got tons of them, so feel free to check those out. You can just probably search asmrvilla airport shops or duty-free shops, and quite a few will come up in like Switzerland and Poland and all over the place. There's also a cute brand, just wanted to show you real quick. Okay guys, have a great rest of your day or night, and I hope to see you guys in the next videos. Bye for now.